Hi. So today I pulled the Four of Cups with the Ten of Daggers and the Hanged Man. Clarifying the Four of Cups, we have the Eight of Wands. Clarifying the Ten of Daggers, we have the Fool. And clarifying the Hanged Man, we have the Ten of Wands, with the Ten of Crystals being the overall energy. Right off the bat, the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is like the disappointment card, whether it's in yourself, in others, in people you work with, love relationships. It's usually the emotional feelings of just feeling really disappointed. And focusing on things, really reflecting on the things that you thought were going to bring you the fulfillment that ended up really not being what you wanted at all. And you can kind of see she's even sitting there and she's staring hard at these three cups, and she's not even seeing that there's a cup right there just floating on a cloud waiting for her. It's a new cup, it's completely different than these three, and it's something that she's actually going to really want, but because she's so focused on these things, she's not even seeing it. And with the Eight of Wands being the clarifying card, this is the communication card. This is incoming messages. It can be whether somebody knocks on your door, or they send you an email, or you get a text, or any kind of form of communication. You probably got some communication that wasn't the best. It really wasn't. It was not anything you wanted to hear at all. And it probably, with the Ten of Daggers, brought up old wounds, and as you can see, he's laying here and he's got his magical blood all over. And, whatever this was, it really, really, really hurt you. And with the Fool clarifying the Ten of Daggers, it's making you wonder, did you make the right choice by walking away? Was it the right thing to do to leave whatever the situation was? Because as normally the Fool is on a cliff, and he's about to walk off the cliff into the unknown. But with this one, you can kind of see she's leaving home. So she's already pretty solidified in life. She's already went through the trials and tribulations of positive and negative. She's already got a pretty good, idea of how life is. So the Fool in this aspect, with the cards surrounding it, really makes me feel like she's not walking away because she wants to. She's walking away to find opportunities because she needs to. Doesn't even need to be a she. You could be a he. Whoever you are, you walked away, and what's funny, if you even look at the spread, you can kind of see she's even walking, and it's in the direction of this. So it's really making me feel like whatever it was really brought you to this point where you had to walk away and be done with it until it came looping right back around to you. With the Hanged Man, that's usually the Enlightenment card. But it can also speak to being in limbo, stagnation, or just needing to take time, wait, and be patient and really reflect on your next move. And you can even see he's smiling as he's upside down, and he's got this rainbow, I don't even know what you would call it, like ribbon, I guess. So it's not so much a stagnation that's negative. It's more of a needed reprieve of just stop, just wait. And, that could probably feel a little frustrating, especially with the Ten of Wands being the clarifying card. Normally, the Ten of Wands in the other decks, the traditional Rider-Waite, she's carrying them in her hands. It usually means like you're just overloaded with all these things that you just don't have any more room to put things in your hands. But with the wands being there on her back, and she's kind of even bent over like she's really carrying weight, that could technically speak to, it may not even be things that are here now in the present that you're holding. It could just be stuff that's weighing you down emotionally, or, you know, unfortunately, I don't know about the rest of you, but sometimes there's situations that you can't really get out of. Like, this is your life. You have to deal with it. Just putting one foot in front of the other. There's not much you can do to get out of it, which it is what it is. But, you know, as you can see, it's a heavy burden, and this communication really is making you question, like, did I make the right choice and walking away from the things that disappoint me and make me not feel good? And the answer is yes, you did. As you can see, the Ten of Crystals being the last one. The Ten of Crystals usually is about pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles, that's the happy family. That's the I call it the rich man's card. So you usually see an older man, and he's got like these swarms of children running around him, and there's a couple of other adult figures, and he's got this rainbow above him and all these pentacles. That means that you've got a happy home and family, your money is secure, you're emotionally set, like you have everything you could want, you are perfectly fine. And so with this being the overall energy, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for your Ten of Pentacles, and with it really being the overall, even with this message, it's saying that the path you're on is correct. Sometimes things come back around because you haven't quite closed out that cycle. You know, and as much as it sucks and you want to jump right in and carry even more weight onto your back, you know, there's a reason you ended up with all of these to begin with. So you could loop around, you could get wrapped back up into whatever this communication was that was given. You could choose to focus on that and ignore what's happening over here. But you're not going to get this Pentacles card. You know, and look at her. The reason I love this one so much is because it's not necessarily about others, it's about yourself. It's about being completely okay on your own. I mean, she's got diamonds in her hair. Her makeup is slay queen, you know, on God or whatever it is. Her nails are done. She's got jewelry on her hand. She's got these radiant jeweled belt thing going on. Like, she is, the queen is queening. She's solid. And right now that's the end goal. And don't let whatever this is that's coming back around loop you back into another cycle. This is even a great message even for me. Like, sometimes you have to just, there is nothing I can do here. There's absolutely nothing I can do. I cannot do anything at all. Regardless of how badly I want to, how badly I wish I could, you know, shift things into my favor. Not even my favor, but just into being balanced and fair and just. That's not always the case. You know, everyone has their own things that they have to go through, their own trials and tribulations, and sometimes it may feel unfair. And it is what it is. It's about how you choose to look at it. I always say there's a silver lining to everything, and I know people, like, there's some situations where you're like, how the hell can you even, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. And sometimes it takes that moment of sitting and reflecting on it for you to really realize, like, oh, that's why this happened. You know, and it sucks, but whatever this is, do not let it rope you back into another cycle, because you are just going to be right back at this. I mean, you already are at this, but it's going to be even 10 more. Like, you're going to have the swords in your back. You're going to sit here feeling disappointed again, and you're going to end up wandering right back into this little mushroom house right where you started at. So take a moment to pause, reflect, really think about your next move, and then act. Because right now, if you keep following the path you're on and ignore this stuff, you're gonna get what you want.